So what careers can you enter into? Well, the careers, I mean, these are just a few here, but there's a long list of careers that are attached to media. Media is very similar to English, so having the ability to write, you will be writing essays. There is a lot of writing and there is a lot of analysis. So this being able to read really well, being able to analyze, being able to break things down, being able to research, being able to have a critical eye and opinion on a product is very, very useful and can be used in a number of careers. For example, maybe you want to be a writer. Maybe you want to be a magazine journalist or a sports journalist, or you want to work in film or video or radio or television, or you want to produce shows or documentaries, or you want to work in the broadcasting industry, or perhaps you want to be a program researcher. The list is endless. Even, you know, editing, an editorial assistant or editor, or an event organizer. Social media, lots of people now want to work for Facebook or Google or Twitter or Instagram or some of the many different media platforms that are around at the moment. And media is a job, or not a job, sorry, media is a course that will give you the skills and the insight to be able to do that successfully and confidently. So the set texts that we'll look at throughout the 2-year course range from newspapers such as The Guardian, the Daily Mail, and some other newspapers, but we will generally be focusing on these 2 set texts in particular, but we will also be looking at the newspaper and broadcast industry in more detail. We'll be thinking about the use of social media, outlets like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and their effect on audiences and how we consume and understand the news. We'll be looking at advertising, so we'll be looking at a range of different adverts, but we will be focusing on 3 in particular as the set text. However, because the advertising element is an unseen element of the exam, we need to make sure that our students are really clear on how to access and analyze and comprehend adverts, so that if an unseen text does arise in the exam, they are, or you are, should I say, completely comfortable and confident in tackling that question. We look at the Jungle Book, and whilst looking at the Jungle Book, the most modern version as well as the old version from 1967, we think about the Hollywood film industry. We look at long-form TV dramas. We also look at magazines, more specifically The Big Issue, and we look at Minecraft, okay? The gaming industry. So the 2 exams are split between different types of media. So the media messages exam, which is paper 1, is all about the news and online, social and participatory media, where you will be learning in depth about media language and how this is used to construct representations and meaning in a variety of set media products. So as I say, you'll be looking at the news, you'll be looking at music videos as well, you'll be looking at magazine and advertising and marketing as well. Okay, and the main focus of this exam paper is thinking about how these media products have been constructed through media language and representations, and how the audiences respond to these representations. And of course, we'll be going through and applying theory along the way, as we have 19 theories that we need to cover, and we'll also be considering social, historical and economical context as well. So the last component for how you'll be assessed is the coursework, which I said was worth 60 marks, which is 30% of the course. So a third pretty much of your course is down to something that you will make. So you will create a cross-media product for an intended audience in response to a set brief. Okay, this will give you the opportunity to work independently and develop expertise built in from your study in components 1 and 2. Right? The coursework is a fun element. Students really like it. It gives them a chance to really showcase what they've learned and show the examiner how they can transform what they've learned into something of their own, a media product that they have created from start to finish. And here are some examples from a few years ago that did particularly well. So what are the entry requirements then? If you're sitting here thinking, yeah, this is for me, I really want to be a part of this fun and evolving, hot on the trend, current course, you need a 5 in English literature and language and a grade 5 in maths. And obviously if you had taken GCSE media studies, then you would need at least a grade 5 in media if you had taken it at GCSE.